So the leak is back. He's coming back. I'm gonna hop on board and ride over with him to see. It leaks when it gets up on plane, so we're gonna see if we can find the leak. So we brought in a Swift Trawler 34. It's a hybrid. It's a battery drive or engine drive. A long time ago, about, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, we had pulled a generator out of this. We were supposed to replace it. It took forever to get a generator. Then when the generator finally came in, the owner passed away. So the boat's been sitting now, and you can see it's in pretty rough shape, but it's going to get cleaned up. They're going to sell the boat, but first we have to get everything straightened out and figure out what's going on. So far we've load tested the batteries and they've all failed. We need to get some power on the boat so we can test the battery chargers. So that's where the generator is supposed to go, but we're not putting that in today. But that changed because of all these dead battery issues and things of that nature. There's a water leak on the engine somewhere. We got to figure that out. So we're load testing batteries. We have to test the battery chargers, which are down there up front of the engine, which is terrible. AJ's getting some water out of the bilge. Those are the two battery chargers right there and there. Supposedly those are not working. And I am looking for a owner's manual for a wiring schematic. So we'll see if we can find that. We have one plan, and that plan usually changes when it comes to boats. It was supposed to be relatively easy. We were just supposed to put this generator in, and come to find out when the captain drove it over here, every single battery on the boat was bad, so now we're having to change all those out. So let me back up. This boat is a hybrid drive boat, so it's got electric drive and diesel drive. Can't get the electric drive batteries for a couple weeks, so what we're going to do is we're going to replace like the engine start battery and the bow thruster and stern thruster batteries, and we are going to put the boat back in the water. Once we get the batteries, we will pull the boat back out of the water again. We will change out the batteries first, because if we put the generator in, try to do the batteries, we'd have to pull the generator out again. So that doesn't make any sense. Once we get the batteries swapped out, then we will put the generator in, get that hooked up, and we will go from there. Those are bow thruster batteries there. The generator start battery goes over there. Those are some of those electric drive batteries back there, and there's 8 more up in that hole, which, yeah, a lot of fun. So, and the generator sits right here, so you can see how hard it would be to do the batteries with the generator in. I'm curious how much you guys estimate how much all those batteries on this hybrid drive boat cost. I think we replaced 18 of them. Oh, I see Chris hasn't done yet. Okay. So once Chris gets done hooking this all up, we will top check everything. I know that we have some kind of water leak down in the engine that we have to look at. Probably have to do that when we get it back in the water. And we do have to double check the 2 battery chargers because it's unknown if those are working or not. I guess from what I was told, they were not working. So we will have to see. Hopefully the water leak is either... Well, I took it off and I flipped the seal over. So I'm hopeful that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm going up to Lauderdale Monday. I don't know if they have parts up there or not for it, but...
So that's that European strainer. Yeah. It's Vetus.
It was glassed in. There's
right.
No way to drill it straight down. If the quick way to do it is if we got some angle brackets and mounted it to the forward bulkhead and that side stringer, you could go on the outboard side, but then you're drilling. Yeah.
No. What about putting 5200 and putting the board down?
There's not a whole lot for it to grab. Because all it is the original glass kind of came up and then over the tank, and then it kind of did the same thing. That glass came down, up, and over it. You know what I mean? So there's nothing to go straight down to, and there's just no meat for it to really grab on. I think if you 5200 it down, you're going to end up getting some of that on the tank because there's not like any like thick supports for it.
All right, so what should we do?
If we got the time, just glass it in.
We can send that new guy over there to glass it in. All right, we'll take a look at that. AJ, let's get that opened up. Let me hop past it. Let's go ahead and start it, see what happens.
The batteries on?
Yeah, I turned them on. Yep. On. Nothing?
No, we got it.
Got a flashlight? Can we cut it and get it out or no?
Yeah, you can cut it and get it out.
Did you send me a picture?
I was about to, then Chris wanted to see. So give me 1 second.
Oh, that's not good.
My camera isn't the best. It's a bit shattered, so.
I'm guessing that came off of the flywheel here for the motor, electric motor, maybe?
I mean, there's a belt on this gear right here.
You want to, Eric? Do you want to start walking it out?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, you can walk it out.
All right, looks like that belt down there. It's way down there. That's just a spare belt that's down there. It's not hooked to anything. It must be for the electric drive motor. And Eric's going to take the boat over to the marina and put it up. All right, got her in the water. Water leak, doesn't look like it's anything serious. So the leak is back. He's coming back. I'm gonna hop on board and ride over with him to see. It leaks when it gets up on plane, so we're gonna see if we can find the leak.
Well, the boat came back. Matt's going to be getting on board. I guess I'm gonna have to help him here for a second. So I'm gonna have to set you guys down. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call you.
Okay.
Yeah, shaft seal's bad. Hey, so it's the dripless coupling is leaking. So we got to haul the boat back out. I told AJ, find Antonio ASAP and let me know if we can haul this thing out over there this morning. All right, so we have determined that it is a leak somewhere. We haven't located the leak yet. We're gonna go to the yard. The guys are gonna meet me there and bring some crash pumps. We're gonna pump out, see if we make water, and then make a decision whether it's going back to the slip or we're gonna haul it out and leave it on the hard. Well, if it's back there, we're gonna have to either remove a ton of stuff to get to it, or we're gonna have to cut a hole in the floor.
There's no panel that's on the screw?
Yeah, but you have to like remove all the electrical wiring because it's all screwed, and there's other pieces of wood that are sitting on top of the panel. So quite a bit of water in here. Don't know where it's coming from. Don't know where the bilge pump is. I think it's underneath these panels back here, but you have to take like all this stuff apart to get in there. I mean, we'll turn the bilge pump on and off, but it doesn't appear to be running.
Oh my, you'll never believe it. All in the same hour. The boat got splashed at Robbie's Marina. They did discover it was taking on water. Remember, Matt got back on the boat. Now we have it getting hauled out at Buddy's yard because it does have a water leak that we need to take care of. So Matt's coming back. Oh, I guess Chris is getting ready with our crash pump. Got to get the water out, so it must be taking on a good amount. Crazy, from one yard to the next. How was your boat ride?
It was amazing.
That's probably good.
We're gonna take that buoy ball and put it right on here, or right there, I think would be best. I couldn't find anything, so I don't know if it's residual, because what was happening as the RPMs came up and the boat squats down in the back, all that water that's in there still is running, and it's getting on that gear that for the electric motor, and it's slinging it all up. Let's get it all pumped out, and then they're not going to haul it until noon. We'll check and see if there's water in it when they haul it. Yeah. So, but it's coming out, it's going on stands.
Okay.
Yeah, let's pump this out. I don't know that the sump pump will fit, because most of the water's right here.
That was only that side filling up though.
That came from when it's slinging water everywhere. So let's get this water out of here. So let me recap. We got a water leak somewhere that we can't find. Bilge pumps don't work. Trim tabs don't work. We have to replace all the electric drive batteries. We got to get a bottom job done, remove 2 old battery chargers and wire in 3 new ones. We have to install the generator. So we left the other yard, and the water in the boat, whenever you come up to full RPM, the boat squats down in the back, and water's running down and getting on the flywheel for the electric drive on the drive shaft, and it's slinging water everywhere. The question still is, where is the water coming from? Our batteries came in. Well, I'm I'm just got a lot going on and things are not going as planned, which is, I guess, pretty much normal around here. I make plans and schedule stuff and it all goes to hell in a handbasket.
I thought this boat was already leaking. It leaks in the water and on land.
This boat is designed is that all of the deck water comes down the sides. It goes into one channel and then goes to one deck drain. There's one deck drain for the entire boat, and it was leaking. So we're gonna make sure that that's all closed up today, so this doesn't happen again when we get the next heavy rain.
Which is the next several days.
30 minutes from now. So now we're on a journey to dewater the boat and find the bilge pumps, because the bilge pumps aren't working. We came in this morning to do some rewiring, and this is what we walked into. We found one of the deck drains was loose, and this entire boat utilizes one deck drain to drain all the deck water. So it all just channels back to the aft and then goes to one deck drain. And that one deck drain was leaking. Quite a bit of water in the hull. Didn't get into any vital equipment, but we are gonna have to dry it out and do some cleaning. And right now we're just trying to find the actual bilge pump, because the bilge pump wasn't working, but it may be underneath that drive belt right there. We're about to find out.
This is what happens when your drain plug is plugged. Your boat will be full of water. Nice little Boston Whaler, but look, full of water. That's the dripping that's coming out. Did you see how little water is dripping out? Wow. Even a big old screwdriver isn't doing it. Well, looks like we're getting a little more though. Yeah, definitely. All right, Chris. We did our efforts.
I actually could run that snake up there.
Chris hasn't given up yet. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Chris got it. This boat is full of water.
There we go. Yeah, that's all I had.
Hook in, right? Yep. Go around the fork with this and then hook this side so it's pulling down like that. And then we use the other end of the chain right on there.
Okay.
And did the same.
Put the fork through.
That's what we're gonna have to do.
So we're gonna take it over on the pallet, right? Yeah, let's just take it over on the pallet.
Take the whole thing.
And then we'll get over there and we'll undo it. What do you guys think? You think we're gonna be able to get that using that up into there? We gotta go up and into a hole. It's gonna be pretty tight. What are you guys betting? We gotta go up here. We've gotta get it between this opening right here, and it's gotta go down in there. We'll see. So, managing chaos. We told the yard last week early that either this needed to be moved or this needed to be moved, because we have to get to the back of this with the law lift to install that generator in the back of that white truck right there, down in a hole on the back deck. The yard didn't move either boat, and it doesn't really matter at this point because the law lift is missing in action. So here I am, made all these plans, had mechanics scheduled, got equipment ready, and I guess I'm managing chaos. So I'm curious if you guys have seen many hybrid boats. You know, that one we've been working on is electric drive or diesel drive. There's only a couple of them down here in Key West, and literally like maybe 2 of them. So I'm curious if where you guys are at, are they more prevalent? Do you see them? You know, what makes and models are they? Let me know. Let me tell you guys about our trip here to Fort Lauderdale Boat Show and our trip home. So our trip here, we got to the airport on time, no problems, and whatever software program went down. So no planes could get in the air from Silver. Everybody else was flying, it was just Silver Airlines. So we sat, they wouldn't cancel our flight, so we sat at Key West Airport for 5.5 hours waiting, because if they don't cancel the flight, you can't get a refund. Well, they never end up canceling the flight. The plane finally got there, and we made it to Lauderdale. Or was it this morning? Get an email. They canceled our flight home tomorrow. We have now made alternate plans. Oh, and they wouldn't rebook us. They wouldn't do anything. They just said the flight's canceled. So we have now rented a car and we will be driving home, I guess, Friday morning.
But look at this view we have today.
Yeah. How many boats you guys think are here and how many people? Pretty crowded around here. Oh, how do you guys like the new shirts?
You're bright enough.
Yep. You can get one if you want one.